Welcome to your chair yoga strength class. So there's another video where we focused on mobility and stretch. This is another 10 minutes where I'm going to give you a little bit more mobility, but we're going to include some opportunities for you to strengthen the body. To go with that, if you have a pair of hand weights or toner balls, you can add these in for some additional challenge. It's a nice little opportunity to upgrade. But if it's too much, then feel free to do all of this without any weights and it will still be really effective for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Whether you have hand weights or not, have them just rest in your lap. And we'll start with a full breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. Nice job. All right, so I'm assuming if you haven't warmed up yet, invite in some nice big arm circles. If you happen to do strength and mobility first, then that's okay, you're nice and warm. And if you haven't, maybe that's something you add on after this video. One more circle around, take up space. Good, extend the arms out in front of you. Let's twist to your right and close, and twist to your left and close. One more time on each side. And good job. All right, let's get right into it then. Hand weights or toner balls in hand, if you're choosing to use them, have them just rest heavily on your thighs, and we're going to lift one leg at a time up as if you're just simply marching on the spot. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to remind us how to activate our core during this entire sequence. So you want to imagine you're zipping up through the low belly, like you're zipping up a sweater. Every exhale, that zipping up sensation comes into play. So breathing in, exhale, zip up and in. Breathe in, zip up and in. Another way to think about it is imagine you have a corset on, and every exhale, the corset gets just a tiny bit snugger, almost like you're giving your spine a little hug. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1 and relax. Good, the legs are a little warmer now. Okay, let's shift back up to the upper body. If you're holding hand weights or toner balls, you're gonna have them in your hand, palms facing up. Now the elbows stay snugged and tight by your rib cage. We're not creating any space there. As you open the arms, the hands towards the side and close them back in. Open, I still have elbows, the sides of the arms tucked in nice and tight, and close. Imagine you're dragging the forearms, the wrists, the hands across a flat surface. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together behind you as the arms open. Breathing in, breathing out, exhale, zipping up and in. Go for 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Keep them in front of you. Extend the arms forward like you have a serving platter in front. You're serving up and bringing it back in. Serving it up, bringing it back in. You want to keep equal distance between your hands as the arms extend and come back in, so they don't get any closer. You have the same straight lines forward and back. Warming up through those shoulders. Try not to lift the weights any higher, or the hands any higher than your shoulders. Nice job. We had 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Awesome work. We're going to move into one hand. So bend your right elbow, press it straight up towards the ceiling. Slowly lower it back down. Press it straight up, slowly lower it down. If you want to add on, you're going to have your opposite weight, if you're using it, on the left leg, and lift it up to hover. Straight up, slowly lower back down, all the way up, slowly lower back down. So just by hovering the opposite leg, I'm creating a little bit more challenge. My core has to work a bit harder. Every exhale, zip up and in. Exhale, press high. Exhale up and in. Last one before we switch. Fold down and we switch. Start with just the arm. Bend your elbow. Shoot it straight up. Slowly lower back down. So maintaining our tempo as we do this. Imagine you're just drawing the hand straight up just in front of the ear and then right back up to the ceiling. Slide it down slowly past the ear. Up. And now my elbows folded in front of me, so we're not doing any outside winging. You're extending our challenge zone a bit more here. You might hover your right leg. Straight up, slowly, lower, back, down. Exhale, press. Exhale, press. Last 3. And 2. And 1. And soften. From here, if you can, shimmy your bum forward a little bit so you're almost 3/4 of the way back or even halfway back if that's comfortable for you. So flatten your feet down firmly. If you can't flatten your feet firmly, see if you can get anything, a block, a box, something that you can firmly plant your feet on so you feel secure here. Arms are by your sides. Tilt your chest forward. So now my chest is closer towards my knees, then back over my hips, tilted forward. Arms are down on either side of my legs. Arms fly open wide, carefully lower down. You're looking down at the floor just in front of your feet. That keeps your neck in line, flying open, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Let's go for 3. And 2. And 1. Opposite arm, so one at a time. Extend left arm open on an angle, lower it down. And then the other arm open on an angle and lower it down. Reach and reach. One arm at a time. Now, the further away you reach the ball, the higher up it goes, it's going to be more challenging. So feel free to drop the weights at any time if you're using them. Keep the arms straight and long. Go for 3 and 2 and 1. And one more here. You're going to take the arms back on an angle. Bend your elbows, squeeze, and press straight back. Bend, press back. So my elbows are in line with my ribs. I'm bending from the elbow joint. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Great work. Okay, let's shift into some leg stuff. So again, weights are going to hang out just sitting on the legs. Feet are planted firmly. Let's elevate both heels away and press back down. Both heels lift and press back down. Little heel lifts, lift and lower and lift and lower. You go for 3 and 2 and 1 and great. Okay, let's dump the weights to the side. You're going to turn your knees out on an external rotation. If you have railings on your chair, just go as wide as you can. If you don't have railings, similar to me, you can afford a little more space. Bring the elbows down. You're going to keep the right elbow where it is, extend the right arm high to the sky. Now, we did this in our last session as a nice stretch. Today, we're going to add on. So as you reach your fingertips high to the sky, can you take your bottom elbow that's resting on your knee and straighten the arm? Invite the fingertips lower towards the floor, as low as you can do. And from here, you're going to make little teeny pulses. So press up and back down. Lift up and back down. Up and down. This is awesome work, really strong. If you can add on a little bit more, maybe hover the bottom hand away from your leg. If you still have a lot of energy in the tank, you could always hold a toner ball or weight in the bottom hand to invite more challenge. Let's go for 3. Exhale up and in. 2 and 1. Return the elbow back. Return the opposite hand down to the knee. Let's prep for the other side. So even though I'm tilted forward here, I still have a wide chest. Collarbones are wide. My shoulders are away from my ears. As I prep for the other side, the elbow anchors down firmly. Extend your top arm high to the sky. Gaze maybe follows. Hold it here for a moment. Extend your reach. Lengthen up. Breathing in. Straighten your bottom arm down. Slide it as low as you can hold with confidence. And teeny tiny pulses lift and lower. Maybe arm hovers off the leg. Sometimes I imagine that there's a paint can on the floor and I'm dipping my fingers in the paint can and away. Dipping just my fingertips and away. Go for 5. Use your exhale. Scoop up and in. And 3. And 2. And 1. And release it down. Great job. Roll yourself up. Close the knees like a book. Let's take the arms open to the side. Exhale, tuck your chin and round it back. Open up, round. Round it back. Good work. All right, one more that we're going to do here. You could use a ball, one of the stability balls between your knees. You could also use a resistance band if you have those around the thighs. Today I'm going to show you as if I didn't have either, but if you did, you're going to throw that on now and add it in. You're on your high heels, so my heels are lifted. I'm on my tiptoes. Your knees open just a few inches, and then they close back together. See if you can tap your knees together. Open and close. So I started with my feet hip distance apart. So if you didn't quite set them up right there, that's where you are, hip distance apart. And that affords you this internal hip and external. Open and close. Open and close. If you have a squishy ball, you're only opening as far as you can without the ball dropping, and then you right away squeeze the ball back to it together with the knees. Open and close as you can. So again, it's a little different with the stability ball. Your knees won't actually come together because you're squeezing the ball, and they might not externally rotate as wide. That's okay. The goal is that you're just keeping your muscles engaged, that the squishy ball never actually drops. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Good. Shimmy your bum all the way back in your chair. That was really great, guys. So there's so many things that we can do even in our chair that affords us strength and mobility and stretch. So don't feel like having to do anything in a chair for whatever reason limits you. You can even do some of these exercises, let's say at a desk, on a lunch break, or when you just need a bit of movement. So I hope this empowers you and gives you some perception as to what you can do, and you're never really limited on a chair. So good work.